Hi, this is Let's Try. We're going to be making a recipe in the air fryer, which I got as a gift. So I'm trying it out, and I'm going to try the butternut squash recipe that they have. It's actually called the maple baked butternut squash recipe. It's supposed to serve two. So I have about half a pound of squash here. And I have some butter that is kind of getting melty. I have nutmeg, thyme, and I have some Vermont maple syrup, really good. So I have the air fryer preheating while I'm going to just mix up the butternut squash. I'm using olive oil for mixing it up too instead of canola oil. So, alright, let's get cooking. Alright, so while the air fryer, the Sur La Table air fryer that I have, is set to a temperature of 400 and preheating, I am going to add in some maple syrup as it says in the recipe. So there's about, it says 3 tablespoons of this maple syrup here. It's going to be saturated in it. And some cinnamon. It says half the cinnamon, but there was also, the recipe said 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. So I guess this is 1/8 of it now, so let's see what happens. Oh, let's not forget to drizzle some olive oil on there. Yeah, there we go. Lots and lots of it. Okay, so mix it up real good. Toss it in this little thing, real fun. And voila. I have my mini spatula here. It was just hanging on the wall, but I'll just rearrange these pieces here. Maybe farther apart. I feel like I could have, so I got my butternut squash pre-chopped up in the supermarket. I used about half the package. I feel like I could put more in here, but I won't. Not right now. I guess I want to see what happens with the recipe that is suggested in this recipe book that comes with the air fryer. Alright, so let's put it in. Alright, just like that. It's so simple, and I think it said to cook it between 18 and 22 minutes. So I think a safe temp is 20. We'll see if it needs a couple of more minutes after the 20-minute mark. Alright, these look like they might be done actually. There was 3 minutes left on the 20-minute timer. So let me see how tender they are. These pre-cut pieces aren't even cut evenly, so I'm sure some of them are more ready than others. Like this one is real tender, but these big ones. So what I might do is just take out the more smaller pieces so that they don't burn. So this is what they came out like after 20 minutes. Yeah, there's definitely some tender pieces here. I don't know if I should just have some of them bake for another minute or if they're, I mean, I guess it's tender enough, right? Right, cameraman?
Right.
Yeah, there's no point of like putting just one piece back in there. Okay, so I put the rest of the cinnamon like it's suggested, and I put a dash of the nutmeg, some dried thyme, because as I mentioned in the beginning, fresh thyme, well, I'm not sure how fresh it is in the supermarket in January, but I just always have all these dried seasonings, so why not? Let's see. I'm not going to use the whole rest of the butter that I have left over, because there's really not that much butternut squash here, but I'm sure that this will be enough. And because the squash is so hot right now, it's going to be easy to mix this, and then it'll just melt. Be nice and buttery and squashy. It looks good. Alright. I'm gonna just add like maybe a dash more of this maple syrup too. Alright. So we're ready to taste test. I cooked up some chicken in the air fryer as well. I didn't show myself making it, but it's pretty simple. Just season the chicken and marinate it however you like. And there's a chicken setting that sets it to about 400 degrees for 25 minutes, and there's it's a preset timer, so it tells you when to shake or quote unquote just like flip the chickens over so that they get equally crispy on all the sides. So let's taste the butternut squash first. You can definitely taste all the ingredients that are added to this, especially the butter. Good thing I just used the half of the rest of the butter that I had because it's very much buttery, but it doesn't take away from the flavor. You could definitely taste the cinnamon, the maple syrup, and the butternut squash taste. You could taste it, of course, it's just a butternut squash, so you should be able to taste it. I like the crispiness and also the tender, soft juiciness of the butternut squash. So it is a good recipe, just if you are looking at the ingredients versus the steps, they can be confusing because that we're trying, but the chicken tastes good. I seasoned it with some, I guess it was Indian chutney. They didn't say what it was when we ordered last night, but it was leftover. I didn't want it to go bad, but tastes sweet. It's good. So, cameraman is here, so I want to ask him first if he liked the butternut squash, because I liked it. But you tell us. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Great. So cameraman approves of the butternut squash. How about the chicken? Well, so how about the ease of using the air fryer? What else? I had something else, but I can't remember what I wanted to ask cameraman. So I guess that would conclude. It's pretty easy to use this air fryer, but I would say that the recipes, you don't have to follow the recipe, step by step or ingredient by ingredient, because sometimes it's off and also is not necessarily, it's probably meant for a different model of the air fryer for some of the recipes than the one that I have. So I hope you all have a wonderful day, and if you try this and you have an air fryer, maybe you let me know how it goes.